morning, everyone. So I'm here in Salem, Massachusetts. It's the first stop on my New England road trip. So I just got out of this little coffee shop called Jaho Coffee Restaurant and Wine Bar. It's a pretty interesting setup, to say the least. Coffee was okay. Bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich was okay, but not the best. But now I'm just walking around Salem. So this is pretty much like the ferry area of Salem, and I'm just walking up and down here seeing what there is, and then I think I'm gonna go back into the actual town to walk around and explore a little bit more. So on the other side of here, like, these girls were just like asking me to take a picture of them and saying that they would give me a better view. I'm like, leave me alone. Pretty weird, but that's alright. It's part of it. I do see a lighthouse at the end of here, so I think I'm just gonna walk up to there, get some views, pics, and then head back into town. At the National Maritime site, I'm going to walk this way to look at some shops, because all the museums, for the most part, their tickets are sold out, which is fine. It's not the end of the world. I'm just going to walk down here, see what shops there are, and just continue to explore Salem. So, there really wasn't much else down there. It was a few pubs, taverns. There's like this oldest candy shop thing down there. And then it's just like these houses like that in this area. So there's really not much else down here. So I'm gonna go back towards the main center of Salem. Just got out of the Ouija Museum, the Salem Ouija Museum, I think that's what it's called, and it was pretty cool. It costs about $10 to enter, and it basically tells you the history of the Ouija board and all the stories that, you know, have come about since its use in like the late 1800s or the early 1800s. It's pretty cool, highly recommend it. And you can also tour, like, you know, the little gift shop that's inside and whatnot, so can't complain. We're gonna see a play of some sorts.
Schizophrenia, but unfortunately the documentation for this period of trials is spotty at best, so this is just a speculation. But we are going to pass at his head as well as the sheriff of Salem, George Lowe, and his deputy track.
that I was able to make it to like the Witch History Museum. I think that's what it's called. And it was about like $13 and whatnot to go in, which wasn't too bad. I mean, 2 museums, $23 altogether. Not bad. That Witch History Museum just was creeping me the hell out. It was so dark in there, and like the displays were kind of moving real creepy, and they were oddly painted. It was just pretty interesting, but it was good to learn a little bit more about the history of the witch trials and how it came to be and how it ended. But now I'm just walking along a nice quiet section of Salem. Good not to be where the crowds are and whatnot. So I'm just enjoying this while I can. So now I've decided to go to the Salem Witch Memorial Cemetery. Probably not naming that correctly, but basically it's just the burial site for a lot of the victims. And it's not too far from here, only like a 13-minute walk. So I'm gonna go there and explore and whatnot, pay respects to the victims, unfortunately, most of whom were women and girls. But that means I have to kind of walk back through, well, not walk through, but like walk towards the crowd again, which I'm not the biggest fan of, but that is okay. Okay, so I just had dinner at the Longboat Inn or something like that. I'll put it in here. Not very good with names. But yeah, I think it was called like the Longboard Inn or something like that for dinner. Anywho, now I'm on my way to the visitor center to use the bathroom because I have to pee. So that's where I'm heading to now. Looking at my credit card charge, yes, it's called Longboard's Restaurant Bar. So yes, I had the name semi right. And I'm just walking down these cute little narrow streets again, just like that, to get to the visitor center. I think it's what's gonna happen is it's gonna take me back towards the main crowd and whatnot, which is fine. I have to pee, and I would like to do that preferably before I have to drive half an hour back to my hotel room. So I managed to bag myself a walking ghost tour. I'm so happy because every time that I checked online, there were no more available. So I'm happy. So basically, I ended up just paying to go into the Peabody Essex Museum to use the bathroom because I refused to use the porta potty, and that's all they had at the visitor center. And even at the Witch City Mall, like, there's no bathrooms whatsoever. So I just came in here, and now I'm just chilling out until my 5 o'clock walking ghost tour. Yeah, so basically I just kind of came in here to just, use the bathroom, like an actual bathroom, because I refuse to use like porta potties and whatnot. And here I am. Like, I don't know why they would have so many porta potties, and a lot of the restaurants and whatnot won't allow you to use the restrooms, which is really irritating. But if you do come to the Peabody Essex Museum, you have to have your backpack in front of you. And yeah, it's a relatively nice museum, but I don't think I'm gonna have enough time to like tour it all.
His very first novel, Dr. Grimshaw's Secret, where a person gets spider venom and he injects the Sumatran pepper trade. He had ships that made it all the way to Bombay, India and back, as well as to China and back. And they carried goods. The catchphrase. I think we have everybody. Hopefully no one got carried away into the current.
Okay everyone, so as you can clearly see, I am back in my hotel room, and it was quite a fun day in Salem. You know, I did a lot, I saw a lot, and it was overall a good time. And like that ghost tour was just something else, because like towards the end of it there was like a guy, he was like, you know, drunk, and our tour guide was like, if you don't leave I'm going to call the cops. And eventually like a guard came and whatnot, and they kind of escorted him away. That was like the most eventful thing of the day. But yeah, I highly recommend, if you are visiting Salem, especially during October, to come here very, very early in the morning. Get yourself a really good parking spot, so that way as the day kind of goes on and it gets busier, you're not going to luck out, you know, with not finding a parking spot. So anyways, I really hope you guys enjoyed vlog number 1 of my New England road trip. So I will see you tomorrow, because I will still be exploring Salem and maybe another place here or there. We'll see how it goes. But see you guys.